Brick by brick, wall by wall.
Brick by brick, wall by wall.
Occupation has to fall.
Occupation has to fall.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israelis a terrorist state.
Israel is a terrorist state.
Israelis a terrorist state.
كلام بعد كلام وعين تنزف ماء في فضاء بين فضاء لا مكان له في الوجود هذا سلام فلما السلام ونظرة تؤلم قلبي في المنام كلام بعد كلام وعين تنزف ماء في فضاء بين فضاء لا مكان له في الوجود هذا سلام فلما السلام ونظرة تؤلم قلبي في المنام كلام بعد كلام وعين تنزف ماء في فضاء بين فضاء لا مكان له في الوجود هذا سلام فلما السلام ونظرة تؤلم قلبي في المنام كلام في فضاء بين فضاء لا مكان له في الوجود تنزف ماء في فضاء بين فضاء لا مكان له في الوجود
Can you all hear me? Today, I am privileged to be speaking to you on behalf of Palestine Pulse. We are a London-based group on the path to creating a new movement led by the grandchildren of the Nakba and our like-minded peers, amplifying the Palestinian movement through our British voices. Our ultimate goal is to achieve the liberation of Palestine and ensure peace and freedom for all of us. For years, we've been taken to the streets and chanting, Israel, Israel, you can't hide.
We judge you with genocide.
Next week, we get our wish as South Africa has finally heard our cries, and Israel will be held accountable. As the truth is revealed in 84 pages, outlining the crimes committed against the Palestinians. For far too long, we've looked at the past, hoping that the international community will fix the wrongs done to the Palestinians. And for decades, failed us. Until now, the world has failed the Palestinians. They have failed our land. They have failed the Palestinian diaspora, who were forcibly scattered across the world. We will not be silenced any longer. Together, we can change worlds. Challenge the narrative. Change the tide, so the next generation will not have to suffer this pain like us and our ancestors. We pray that next week we will receive a slice of justice. And I'll leave you with a quote by Nelson Mandela, who himself fought against the occupation. We know too well that our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of the Palestinians.
How many kids have you killed today? 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 Occupation no more.
You can hide.
We charge you with genocide.
Rishi Sunak, you can hide.
We charge you with genocide.
Rishi Sunak, you can hide.
We charge you with genocide.
A story to tell you about my family here in this poster who have been killed on 21st of November at 4 a.m. inside the house when they were sleeping. So let me introduce my mother, my great mother, and first of all, who lost her whole entire family. Her parents, her siblings, brothers and sisters and their family, the whole family. So, my grandparents who were based in Al-Shati refugee camp, which is located on the north of Gaza Strip, have evacuated to my aunt's house in the south of Gaza Strip after they listened to the Israel army when they asked people to evacuate to the south under a lie, the south is safer. They were altogether 57 members. 50 persons have been killed by the Israel bombing on this house. 7 persons have made it out under the rebels and miraculously survived. They sit altogether approximately 40 days. And one of the survivors, she's my aunt, which is working with the UNRWA organization. We catch her due to the weak internet connection approximately after 30 days of this massacre. She said they were the most beautiful days we lived together, although the sound of music and prayer was not absent every second. All the seconds we spent together were joyful. And adds later, I want to be cut into 100 pieces and not live the experience of being under the rebel for a single second again. My mother, on the other side, is suffering from a deep trauma. Last week, I woke up on her shouting. I jumped to her room and I found her just looking to the wall, imagining the faces of her parents, family members, speaking to them, smiling and crying at the same time. And she was saying, "You're visiting me today, so you're telling me that you're visiting me today, that means you're still alive, you didn't kill." And when I came closer to her, she didn't recognize me. So this is the definition of the deep trauma that she's suffering from. Could you please tell me, as a young daughter, how to deal with this type of situation and what to answer my mom and my aunt? Another part of this tragic story is one of the siblings to my mom, the cousin, the younger night. I mean, they were at their mom's family house, so they are still alive. Now, when we are speaking to them and when they listen that when it becomes dangerous in this area, and when they hear the older people saying that we need to evacuate, they directly say, no, we don't need to evacuate, we need to die to go to our Father and to live with Him in the heavens. So I will not tell you guys. Sorry. I don't need any answers from you guys, as no answer could help them to be quiet and accept this tragedy. All what we need from you as the UK people and the UA people around the world is to make pressure on your government to stop this genocide, this massacre. Today and now. I will not tell you how. You know better than me how to start paying taxes, how to boycott, how to just call for ceasefire, to complete your demonstration all over the days and the time. Lastly, after my house in Gaza has been bombed, my workplace has been bombed as I was working as a journalist. My friends who were my partners in each moment have been killed. My big family have been killed. I'm still dreaming to want to come back to my Gaza, the city that every person gets inside. So it's a piece of heaven on earth. Thank you very much.
Viva Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina! Say it louder, more, more, more! Not a conflict, not a war! Not a conflict, not a war! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Free fire!
Guys, sorry, we've got a little speech and then we're going to conclude, guys. Yeah, we're going to go after this. Well, the
I just want to give you a message from the Indian Work Association Great Britain. Only lately there's been huge protests in Punjab, in India, in support of the just struggle of the Palestinian people. When we see the murder, the killing of children, the women, our sisters, with brings tears to millions of people's eyes, and it's not their tears, the grief is shared by everybody throughout the world, but at the same time, with the tears, determination, the resolve that the Palestinian people will get justice and we will win. The workers of Britain, the workers throughout India and throughout the world, our struggle is the same against the capitalist system, against the warmonger industries who exploit the workers. Comes determination. In summary, I just say that you're not alone. The workers in India, the working class in Britain, throughout the world, are fighting the same capitalist system. They are allied to the warmongers who, for their profit, are carrying out the genocide. The Israeli government, the British government, or any other government throughout the world are serving the interest. But the workers, the oppressed sector throughout the world, stand shoulder to shoulder with you. Justice for the Palestinian people and to the workers throughout the world. We are together with you. So Candace, you've always stood firm against racism. You've always been active in the Palestinian cause as well as many others. So just say a few words about your experience today.
So it's a very interesting experience today. You know, it has to be in the context of the general protest movement in solidarity with Palestine. Britain is the grandfather of white settler colonialism globally, and in the case of Palestine, in terms of the settler project from the Balfour Declaration till today, where the British Army is sending daily supplies of military equipment and even boots on the ground with the Israeli army in conducting what is actually an international capitalist genocide in Gaza. How do we disrupt the British state's leadership in the genocide along with the US state? And to that, the British police is part of the enemy camp, the British government and its laws, and we must defy them all in a framework of strategic resistance, which is wise but militant as well.
That's really good, Squant. I mean, what we're finding is that there was a protest in Southall as well, and the message that keeps coming out is that it's the British state, the monopoly capitalists, the warmonger industries are behind all this genocide. All the politicians, whether they're the politicians in Britain or mainstream capitalist parties, or whether they're the mainstream parties in India or throughout the world, they're serving the interests of these monopoly capitalists. So the struggle of the working class and the struggle of the Palestinian people is an integral part of the struggle against that very barbaric system. And it's the united front of the workers in Britain, the workers in India, and the Palestinian people, and in struggles against imperialism that can put an end to this barbaric system and create a world of justice for the Palestinian people, for the working people throughout the world.